Hello and welcome back to another final table commentary. Today we got a 2K PKO from WCOOP 2025. We got Lena on the final table, Great Dan, Alistair, Gammy, Contra, Spem, Spur, Marinex, and Dimmy. Dimmy comes in for the open with the old King Jack suited to start things off. If Alistair doesn't play 5-4 suited, they should just take this down pre. Oh, we're going to get a small 3-bet by Alistair. Kind of disrespectful here to start things off, Alistair. So how many players we got? 8? 3. Oh no, it's 7 players, sorry. 7 players. We got $6,200 locked up. We'll get $27,000 for the victory. Plus bounties on top of it. And we see a jack high board, but Alistair has the open-ended straight draw. No heart out there, but still action flop. Alistair bets real small, and we get a 10 on the turn, as of course top pair calls. 19.5 in the middle, 29 behind. Could see another small bet by Alistair here. Somewhere around 5, maybe a little bigger. Alistair says 12. Well, okay, I'm way off. We get a jam by the top pair. It's what, 17 to call into a pot of 70 some? Alistair says, I gotta get the heck out of here, dude. I got 5 high in a straight draw. Fun little start to the final table here. Thanks to KalipokerTV, poker replays for the replay. If at any point in time you find yourself not giving a shit for the commentary, as always, there'll be a link in the description down below to the video. And of course, KalipokerTV. So you can go check out some more poker action in some silence. Contra Spem Spur with a jack and a 6 in the small blind, an aggressive player. They'll come in for a raise, 2.5 blinds. 8-4 for Marinex in the big. Haven't seen them before, to be honest with you, and same with Dimmy. The raise will get through pre. Moving on along. 8-6, Contra Spem folds the button there. Ace-9 suited in the small blind, looks like a jam. Marinex says, I'm going to limp it in, dude. How about that? 14 blinds deep. Jack 7 comes in for the raise, suited and booted. I would imagine Marinex jams. There's the all-in play. I kind of do like the limp, raise, jam play by Ace-9 here. I don't know if we're going to go bounty hunting with Jack 7 suited. We do have fair equity, 40%. It's 11 to call into a pot of 29. We would be getting the right price, I think. Close to it anyways. Oh, I should just do some math, but my brain says don't do it. Jack 7 does find the call. Diamond draw. 7 on the river doesn't matter. Pair of 9s for Marinex. We'll take the pot down. They get a full double there. Lena has a couple of aces in the big blind. King Queen for Great Dant. $3,100 bounty on Lena's head. Marinex with a couple of ducks. They'll find the fold. Queen 10 suited from Demi rips it all in for 47 blinds. Aces are pretty ecstatic here. They find the call. Great Dance out of there. Looking for a jack here, dude. Is there any other? Oh my lord, a jack on the river. No more straight help, just the jack. Top set, no good. Lena's out of here. Demi gets the $3,100 bounty and a big pot. I should back up, but did Demi cover Great Dant there? It's kind of an interesting jam by the Queen 10 suited. Makes a lot of sense, I think, if we cover Great Dant, but if we do some math quickly, I don't think they did. Didn't Lena have like 20 blinds exactly? With 1 in the middle being in the big blind there. Great Dant will rip 9-10 suited and take the pot down pre. Yeah, I think Dimmy was covered by Great Dant, so it's a very interesting rip. Anyways, they get rewarded. Lena's out of here. Great Dant with 8-6 on the button. We'll just let this one go, and Gammy will get a walk. Do lose a very, very strong player. 10-10 for Alistair. Season open. King 8 for Great Dant. Alistair quickly 3-bet jams. Gammy with a suited ace in the small will have to fold. Contra's out of there. Great Dant probably not bounty hunting. Wait, $7,100. We'll see what they elect to do here. What if he's got 7s, dude, and we're just flipping? 16 blinds. Great Dent doing some math here. Says I'm in second place. If I call and I'm wrong, Gammy would be ahead of me now. They find the fold with the old King 8 and we're moving on along. 10-10 for Great Dent. They'll come in for the open. And Marinix in the big with a queen and a 9. We'll see if they defend. You don't have to if you don't want to. They do find the call and a little 10-9-8 flop. We got a straight flush draw with a pair. First top set. Wet board. 26 blinds in the behind, sorry, not in the middle. Only got 5 1/4 in the middle. Get a very small bet by top set. Marinix finds a call and a 3 of spades on the turn. It's one of the best flushes out there, obviously. Great Dent still has top set. We'll check it back most likely. Look to boat up on the river. 6 of diamonds, huh? Well, Great Dent doesn't look to be winning this one here. Marinix will just go for a Betsky, I imagine. Do we even bet? We do bet 5.5, but I was just wondering, like, there's still some, like, ace of spades that might check back the turn. Great Dent with the set still finds the call, so good news for Marinix. They pick up a nice pot, bringing them up to about 38 blinds. Fair spot for Marinix to be sitting in third place. Fourth place, sorry. Not far behind Great Dent and Gammy there. Contraspem Spur with the 4 and the 4. Don't rip it in, dude. Oh, you just fold the button. Okay. Got a jack and a jack in the big blinds. He's a limp. Raising it up 3 bigs. Dimmy says, I don't think I'm going to get much respect here. Marinix says, I don't respect you much. I'm a call and see a little 7-5-3 flop. That's an open-ended straight draw. Dimmy with the overpair. Straight draw calls, 5 on the turn. Pairs the board. Marinix says, I'm a lead, dude. How about that? Got a couple flush draws out there. 5 blinds into 13.5. Dimmy goes in the tank. We're at least calling here. If we raise, we might just buy the pot. Get all worse to fold, only get called by better. Something tells me just to call here with Jack. Queen of Hearts on the river. Completes the backdoor flush draw, and of course 6-4. Did flop a straight. 5x made 3 of a kind. There's a few boats. Not as likely, but still some. Flush is certainly possible. Marinix sitting here with 8 high. Rips it all in, dude. Dimmy blocks the flush. I don't know if they're going to call or not. This is a very tough spot with Jack. Dimmy goes in the tank. So limp pot. Raise to 3 blinds. We get a call. Got a bet on the flop and a call. Lead on the board pairing turn. And a slight overbet rip when the flush completes. Tough spot for Jack with a heart, let me tell you. Although I'm just thinking, like, in my own shoes, I started to call a lot more with these top pair or these over pairs that turn into a very uncomfortable second pair, blocking some flushes and stuff like this. If you like block some straights and a flush, somehow if you show up with 6-6 would be a bad idea. You wouldn't probably show up with it. Jacks find the call anyways. I'm thinking like 10s, 9s are kind of gross to call with. You don't want to really be blocking 8-9, I don't think. Unless you block the one that got there. The flush that got there. It's a weird spot, right? Like, what do you want to be blocking? I don't always know, dude. Sometimes I throw out some guesses and then I start to second guess myself because I think I'm wrong. Ace Jack for Great Dent. We'll rip it in. Like, is 9s on the river there with a heart a good hero calling hand? Like, I guess, right? You block 8-9 of hearts. While you unblock all the other 8-9 combinations. Oh, but then you do block some 8-9 combinations with the other 9 in your hand. So I don't know what to say about the spot. We're just gonna move on along. Jack feels like a good call with the heart anyways. Unblocking all the bluffs, I think. Blocking some value. Dimmy with a duck and a duck. Bets one blind. We got to open in straight draw for Alistair. Putting some pressure on it. Going for a check raise from the small blind here, and that will get the job done. 5 and a 5 for Great Dant. They come in for the open. Queen 8 for contra spam spur. Finds a call and an ace high board. Great Dant with the under pair. Might go for a little c-bet. 1.3 blinds into 5. We'll see a turn here, dealer. Queen 8 finds a call. 4 close to a 5, but is not. No, it's not. 4 is just straight up not a 5, dude. Great Dant says, I don't know if I give a shit. I see that ace out there. I'm a rep top pair against this shorter stack. We have 5 players here. So how many money's locked up? $10,000 plus a little bit on top of that. There's a 4K ladder. Contra Spam Spur says, I don't really know if I care about that right now. We're just going to play a big pot on a fairly dryish board. Ace Queen 6, we turn a 4, no flush draw out there. Like plenty of straight draws and 9 on the river, nothing gets there. You know, that's a pretty dry board. Safe board for ace high or just a single pair to value bet the river. Queen 8 gets showdown. Wins a pretty damn big pot there for Contra Spam Spur, but they're in some trouble here. Gammy with a queen and a queen will open the button. Do we 3-bet call? Ace Queen O? Feels gross. I don't like calling either, really. We are like 40 blinds deep. Calling's not horrific. Calling is not horrific. 6-3-3 is the board. 5 blinds in the middle. Nice small pot for Contra, out of position. Ace high might check call 1. See a turn card facing the small bet. We're not going to check raise or nothing crazy. We get a 2 on the turn. Brings in another flush draw. Still some shit ace queen beats if we're being honest. Flush draws, a few straight draws. No. What about like 7-5 suited? What else would there be? Some sort of 4x or 5x that's suited. Gammy goes for a big bet here. Ace Queen is going to think about a call on the turn. The more I think about it, I think there's actually quite a few bluffs. Just think like King 4 spades. Then just anything. 4x, 5x, spades, diamonds. 5 on the river is a pretty bad card for Ace Queen if we're being honest, even though both flush draws miss. Would like 8-9 of spades check back the turn? I'm thinking maybe. Stack to pot ratio about 1-to-1. Pretty good sizing by Gammy here, and I think they're going to rip it all in for value. There's obviously a 1-liner to a 4. Queen the overpair with the check mark and all in. Can't go wrong here. No siree. So as I was saying, Ace Queen actually really hates the 5 on the river. I think Contra can find a fold here. There's still some missed draws, flush draws. So if they do find the hero call, that's what they're putting their opponent on, obviously. But yeah, nice fold by Ace Queen. Blinds go up. King 4 suited. If folded to, we might open. Nope. Not here, not today. Dimmy with a King 8 in the small, gonna let that one go. In first place position, you don't see that too often if we're being honest. King 8, another fold. This time for Gammy under the gun. You see that quite often if we're being honest. Ace 8 in the small. Great Dant probably rips and takes the pot down pre as ducks hit the muck. Wasn't it ducks? Was it 2-3? I don't know, my eyes don't work sometimes. Queen Jack suited for Dimmy is certainly a play. 1 point about 48 blinds deep with Gammy. Open up to 3 blinds, put a little pressure on the big blind and their opponents behind. Making it a little bit more difficult for them to call pre-flop. 10-6. Oh, Dimmy will get the heck out of there. Great Dant with an ace and a 9. Looks like an open. King Queen in the big blind. Some players elect just a 3-bet jam here. Some players say let's see a flop. I think for the most part you want to use the suited King Queen to 3-bet rip. I don't know if much King Queen off does it. It's so playable and you don't really want to fuck yourself if we're being honest. King Queen will just call and see a good board. Queen 7-4. Check raise to 5 blinds and ace 9 is punished for the c-bet. No backdoor draws, dude. Ace 9 is... Do we just fold 1 overcard? There's like 5-6. We 3-bet the flop. Whoa, wee-wah. There's 5-6. Whatever, like a Jack 10 of clubs wrapped around the queen. Do this. Yeah, probably so. I don't think we're getting King Queen to fold. Does King Queen just call? Oof, what a tough spot for King Queen. We got 80 seconds to think about this. I got no idea what to do if we're being honest. 4 to call. We do find it in a clean 10 on the turn. I don't think this bluff's working, dude. We got 11 behind, 24-ish in the middle. Hard to get top pair to fold here with a fair kicker. Free 8 of hearts. What do we do? We block the straight. Jack 9 and 9-6. Just got a single ace high. We lose to 5-6 now, that's for sure. And the other mentioned straights. Don't we just check down ace high and lose all the time? We rip it in and get snap called by top pair. Aggressive play by Great Dant. You love to see it. Did not work out here. No siree. Nice play by Contra, and they're up to 45 blinds now. Isn't that... Oh, that's just behind Gammy there. Well, we do got a 3-way battle brewing with Alistair a shorty and Great Dant a shorty with both big bounties on their heads. Ace 7 sees a 3-bet by ace 9. Nice play by Contra, even though they're covered here. Does Gammy find a 4-bet? Take the pot down. Don't have to go too big. I wonder if we could even go like 14 blinds. 15 is the size. I should have known. 15 is the size. Does Contra ever just jam? 5-bet rip from the small blind. Ace 9 off. No siree. Nice play by Gammy, and they take down a big pot off of second or third place position. Sorry. Grows their second place position. Ace 5 for Alistair, suited and booted, ready to see a flop. Will raise under the gun. 10-7 will call from the small. Great Dant with a great price. 5-2 will hit the muck. That 8 of hearts is a cool card for 10-7 of hearts, and that 9 of spades for free is also interesting. We're open-ended to the 6 or jack. Obviously need to make a straight to win the pot here. We're not going to get top pair to fold, I don't believe. Alistair has that $7,100 bounty on their head. They bet 2.3436. I got so specific with describing the number he bet and I was still wrong. Fuck me, dude. 10-7's gonna call, right? Yeah, and we bang off a 7. And Alistair with the top is the pairs. We'll just check. Showdown it is. Yeah, we got 12 behind, like 10 in the middle or something like this. I don't think we want to bet like half pot with top pair. Few straights got there. Alistair shows down the ace and wins it, and Great Dant with 9-9 versus 10-10. Great Dant's likely to be out of here. 12.5 blind rip. Get a quick call. Looking for a 9. Chopped, or sorry, a 10, not a chop. A 10 gives him a straight. 9 no longer worked. Sorry about that. Sometimes I suck at reading the board when the cards come quick, you know? Jack 5 suited for Alistair. I don't think we play. Alistair's aggressive though, so they're in there. They're in last place by quite a bit if we're being honest, so they're probably not afraid to get after it. They flop a pair of 5, same with Contra. Ooh, free queen on the turn. Interesting little play here by Alistair. Jack 5 flops a pair. Checks it on back. Alistair bets 2 on the turn. I think we just get a call and it goes check check on the river. Like, I don't think Contra leads here. Just goes check check. Alistair doesn't really have a great reason to bet. Flush completes. Try to get called by ace high. Yeah, not likely, dude. Just check and lose. Ace 3 suited for Alistair. We got ace 7. King 5 suited hits the muck. See if Contra gets after it here. They do come in for another 3-bet. 5.2 blinds. They see $7,100 like everybody else, and they say, I want that bounty, dude. And the suited ace for Alistair has to fold. Ace for Contra. 9-7 suited might call from the small because we got Alistair in the big. They're out of there. 7-7-4 flop. There's some boards aces want to check back. I don't know if this is one of them. Contra goes for a bet. Well, I don't know if aces want to check back some boards, but like aces can check back some boards, you know? 9-7 suited, doesn't have a great reason to hang in there. No spade out there. Backdoor straight draw. Queen 8 suited for Contra. They might get right back in there, dude. Four-handed. What do we got? $14,000 locked up. Contra gonna limp it in. Say, Alistair, I want you in there. And 10-8 and the big blind's forced to see a flop, but they got top 2 here, dude. Contra needs a queen or a little backdoor jack 9. Contra bets 1.5. Quickly gets check raised to 7. Blinds by Gammy with top 2. Tough spot for queen 8. No diamond out there. Might just fold. Move on along. Nice play by Contra. Looks like we get a little break to skip through. Ace and a 2 for a Gammy. Covering them, we probably raise. They go for a big size and 3.5. Contra with 10-6 in the big. I'm just going to get out of there, look for a better spot. 10-6-0 has a little bit of playability, but Contra says not enough, dude. Not quite enough. 3 and a 2 covered by the big blind. Do we fold? We fold and we find a better spot. King 9 for Gammy comes in for the open. Queen 7 in the big. We might get a few calls here with Alistair in the big blind. Not Contra. King 8 for Demi. Everybody sees big bounty and we gotta see flops, dude. Everybody says no, we don't gotta see flops. King 8 hits the muck. Alistair folds Queen 7 in the big. Gammy gets it through pre. Deuce and the deuce for Gammy. Waits patiently. Contra's out of there. King 5's out of there. Deuces get a walk. Ace Queen for Alistair. Jack 9 suited. Demi will open it up. I think we're going to get this in pre-flop. 11 blind jam. $7,100 on the line. Jack 9 suited. We'll find the call. Demi's got so many chips here. It's 9 into 24. Think we call. I think we call. There's a call looking for Jackson. Oh, Ace not. Oh, club draw. Club draw does not get there. Ace 9 flop. Pretty well dead for what the fuck, Demi. Demi's pretty well dead on that flop. They turn some equity. They don't get there. That's life. There's kind of a smaller pot for Demi. They still got this commanding chip lead, 84 blinds effectively. And Ace 9. Gammy will raise and take down pre. Ace King for contra. They come in for an open. Demi might not care about coming along with 8-6. We'll see what they think. No, they say I'm out of there, dude. Jack 10 suited. We'll see a flop though from the big blind. Okay, at a Jack 3 2 flop. 2 overs with the second nut flush draw for contra. They go for a small bet, 1.65. Gammy with top pair will find the call. Some players raise, but this is kind of spicy with 3 clubs out there. Speaking of spicy, I could go for some spicy noodles right now. Jack 10 finds a call and a queen on the turn. Do 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 do. Ace King turns a straight draw. Still has their overcards with the flush draw. Bets real big, 6 blinds into 8. Gammy finds a call again. Clean 3 of hearts on the river. Got 20 blinds in the middle. We'll see if contra goes a 3rd street. They say nada. Not here, not today. And Gammy takes down a nice one. Queen 3 suited. Demi might just let this go. They don't seem like a super aggressive player, even though they took the spot with Queen 10 suited, which wasn't a very aggressive play. King Jack O. Gammy comes in for the open. Contra in the big with Queen 5 might fold. We could see a flop. But yeah, Queen 5 is pretty shitty, so not here. Maybe if we're deeper. But if we're deeper, I don't know. Queen 5 is still Queen 5. Queen and a Jack, though, for Alistair. We'll open it up, and King 9 just folds the big blind. Yeah, see, it seems like Demi's a little bit more snug. Every once in a while they get after it, but not often. King Jack for Gammy opens. 5-5 calls for contra spam spur. Demi with the Queen 2 suited. We'll let that go, and Alistair's out of there as well. Queen 7-4 flop. Gammy with 3 in a row, 4 spades. Checks it on over. Whoa, wee-wee-wah. We cover contra. Figured we might go for a little Betsky here, put some pressure on him. He's just got a little pocket pair of 5s with a spade draw. Instead, we get the free turn. Ace of spades, Gammy makes the nuts. Do 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 do. They go for a big bet with the nuts. Get a call by the little 5 of spades. Jack on the river. Interesting sizing choice for Gammy here. Do we just bet like 10 blinds? A little bit more, like 12? A little bit less, like 11.5? 12.3. That's close, but still wrong. 5-5 with an awkward spot. About half your stack, a little bit more than that. We do have a spade. Don't expect much worse value bets like King 10. Like King 10 of hearts, if it randomly showed up with a bluff, wouldn't go for a value bet on the river here like this. But the 5 of spades finds the call, hoping maybe there's some sort of, I don't know. Hard to come up with some bluffs there, but some players do find it still. Contra says, I think Gammy is going to throw up or show up with some bluffs in that instance. Calls down with a pair of 5s, sees the bad news. And Alistair gets no action with aces. We got 7s for contra spam, spur in the big blind. They might be all in. Got a couple ace-9s in play. Gammy 3-bets to 9 blinds. Does Contra fold and then Dimmy folds? I kind of want to see Contra get this in here with 7-7, obviously with a bunch of their opponent's outs being folded. Does Dimmy ever call here? The action's closed pre-flop. Unless Dimmy raises. They just fold. Ace-9 gets to get this fake flip here. Backdoor spades is live. 8 on the river is a club, and it's all clean. Contra does get a double up. Blinds go up. Jack-7 for Gammy. He will open the button being in first place and take the pot down pre-flop. No action here as there's a 10 and a 3 in the big blind, and Dimmy somehow hasn't folded yet. I don't have a lot of words left to be said. There's the fold. King and a jack. Gammy will be right back in there. Is that a couple 7-3s being folded? That's kind of cool. King 2 suited for Dimmy. Is a button open even though we got Gammy in the big blind? We'll see if Dimmy elects to do it. Nah, come on, man. No, I'm just joking. Sometimes it's reasonable to play a little bit more snug. Queen 8 for Alistair limps it in. Flops top pair on the paired board. Alistair bets 1 blind, takes the pot down. But it's not unreasonable for Dimmy to say, I want to wait for real good spots like this ace-queen here. I don't want to play big-ass pots with marginal holdings, because if we make it heads up, we'll make $14,000 pretty well. And that's what we're guaranteed right now. So, Dimmy's got some reasons to play a little bit more snug, even though the King 2 suited, in my opinion, could still be opened. 9-5-0 will limp it on in. 8-4-0 will check it on back, most likely. Little pair of 5s for Contra. They'll go for a 1 blind bet and likely just take the pot down. Not too much here for Dimmy. Jack 8 for Contra. They come in for a limp. Ace-5 suited in the small blind. Just rips it in for about 20 effective. Nice play by Dimmy here. Don't think Jack 8 suited calls, even though it has real good equity against the specific holding that it's against. What a stupid sentence that was. Whatever, we'll move along. King 8 suited. We'll see if Contra limps it in again. Jack 4 will get the heck out of the way. Alistair with 8-7 suited might want to see a flop here. If Contra raises, do we just fold 8-7 suited? Probably so. But facing a limp, I think we come along. Ace-2 for Gammy might rip and take it down pre. They say no, we're off to the flop. A little queens, Jack 10 flop. Open ender with the backdoor heart draw for Contra. We got a straight draw to the 9, which is no good for Alistair. Facing the 1 blind bet, they quickly fold. Ace high's best for Gammy. Straight draw to the King, 4 clean outs, except one of them's in Contra's hand. Contra bets, and the little bet will get through. 10-6 suited. Alistair likes to play pots, but they say, dude, I've got 18.5 blinds. There's not much I can do here and now. Nope. King 10. We open? What do we do here, dude? Nah. Gammy with 3-3. They will open the button. But King 10. Alistair says no siree, four-handed. Not good enough. 6-6 for Dimmy. They call the big blind ace king king flop. I don't think they should have 3-bet pre-flop with the 6s, but I think they're going to get bought off the pot here. Gammy bets small here, 1.4. 6-6. I think we should call 1. But personally, I fold a lot of turns. Dimmy goes in the tank and says, do I even call 1? Oh, fucking skitter's huge, dude. 6s do call and a jack on the turn. Oh, might be a moth. What's that? Oh, that's a hanger. Oh, I actually needed one of those. There's a little hanging clip thing on the wall. I actually needed that so I could hang up something, but whatever. Threes, we'll check the turn here. Says what calls the flop? Ace X, King X, some pocket pairs. Get a 3-blind bet on the river here by Dimmy, and they will survive and take the pot down with the threes. I thought for sure they were going to get bought off the pot. Check on the turn. Dimmy says, I smell weakness, I'll bet 3 blinds and take it down. Contra opens up Ace 8, 9, 9 for Alistair. We'll rip it all in. We'll see if Ace 8 calls. Personally, I hate the spot. We see 30%. Finds the call. $7,000 on the line. We find the ace. No 9 for Alistair. Contra gets a big-ass bounty and about 40 blinds. They are well in the game here, although they're quite far behind their opponents here. King 3 for Dimmy. Not quite an open. No, I hate the King 3 just like the King 2. If it's suited and it's a play, but otherwise, fuck that King. Even though we get a King 5-5 flop, Gammy limps it on in 6-2. Gets to see 3 free cards. Doesn't like any of them really. That Queen of Hearts is a little interesting. Contra with the 2 of Hearts in their holding. Picks up some outs here. Boo, 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 boo. They bet 2 blinds, and we'll see if Ace High hangs in there. It's gonna have a real hard time on the river if it faces another bet. Sometimes we just fold the turn to avoid that situation. Gammy says, I'm off to the river, dude. Ace of Hearts. Stupid spot here. We'll go check, check, and Contra will take down A6 blind pot. Ace, ace will come in for the open for Gammy. Contra with an ace in the small. I don't think we 3-bet this one. No, no, no. Queen 9 in the big blind finds a call and a 9 high board. Hopefully Dimmy doesn't get themselves in trouble here with a check raise on the flop. Can you imagine this situation in Dimmy's position? Gammy's been opening relentlessly. You flop top pair. Just a quick little check call. Nice to see ace on the turn. Top set. Shouldn't get a whole lot more value. Maybe a bet on the turn, but on the river, there's a lot of cards Dimmy's gonna hate. And again, it sometimes makes us lean towards the idea of just folding the turn. Dimmy says, no, we'll make you put in the river bet. 7 of Hearts. Like 6-8 gets there. 6-8, and that's it. Ace, ace for Gammy, though. Top set, bets 19 more blinds. Personally, I hero call with Queen 9 here. Queen of Hearts unblocks bluffs. Oh, fuck yeah, this is an easy hero call. Queen 9 hits the muck. Nice fold. Nice fold. I would have been wrong. All I'm saying is, for me in my games, that's an easy hero call. In this instance, Gammy just had top set, dude. King Jack versus King 7. We both got a pair of kings on the ace. King 10 flop. Goes check, check 4 on the turn. Nice fold by Demi. 2 on the river. King Jack still plays the old jack. Bets 1 more blind. Does Gammy turn his hand into a bluff? Says, no, I've just got so much showdown value. It's a 1 blind bet into what will be a 10 blind pot. Gammy calls and sees the bad news. Got a queen 10 suited versus aces again. Hopefully this doesn't go too poorly for Contra. They see a 3.5 blind raise. Hopefully they don't bet too big. 11 blinds is their size. Gammy's going to be tempted into a call. A 4-bet jam is also possible. We will see real shortly. Personally, I play call, but I see a lot more aggressive players take the jam option. Out of position is difficult to play. Do have a very pretty queen 10 of diamonds. It's diamonds, it's not clubs or something stupid like that. Queen 10 deep in the tank here. Gammy, I don't have much more to say, dude. We got a 5k bounty on the line. I guess I could mention that. We're three-handed. We've got $18,000 locked up. We could put a lot of pressure on our opponent if we jam. We find the rip. Ace is snap call. We got a top pair turning into a second pair and does not improve. Do we have a straight draw? I don't think so. Gammy needed to make two pairs or three of a kind. Queen 10, no good. Aces take down a big juicy pot. 80, almost 90 blinds for Contra. Is that 89 blinds? They take down a little pot. They will surpass the 90 blind mark. Queen 10 in the big for Gammy. Ace 4 for Dimmy. Gammy doesn't have a huge bounty on their head. About 2 grand. Sees a min raise. Min raise. Sees a Jack 10 8 flop. Ace high checks it on over to the pair 10s. Jack 10 8. Gammy bets 1.5 and ace high just hits the muck. Da-do-do-do. 10-7 for Gammy. Limps it on in. 6-8 over Contra Spim Spur. You check it back and an 8 on the turn. That's a flop, sorry. That's an 8 on the King 8-4 board. Holy fuck, dude. Coffee, 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 even though it's getting cold. This cup sucks, let me tell you. Got so many cups that hold the heat of the coffee, but this one does nothing, and if anything, it makes it colder. I don't know the science behind it, but it feels that way. Ace King for Gammy. Can you imagine that? A cup that its design flaw is that it makes your coffee cold. Anyways, top pair for Gammy. I'm gonna quit talking about stupid shit. Or maybe I will continue. I don't know. 9-7 is not much going on here, let me tell you. A few backdoor straight draws on the king high board. 9-7 in the muck. 9-4 with a big stack. We are suited and booted. Contra says no. Ace 5 will raise to 3 blinds and take it down pre. 9 and a 7. Dimmy's out of there. Queen 6 for Gammy. They limp it on in. We got a 10 and a 3 for Contra. They raised to 3.5 blinds. And Gammy's out of there. Little King 4 for Gammy. Do we even play this? Aggressive players do. Gammy's aggressive. No, Gammy passes on the spot. Although it's real marginal. Queen 8 for Contra will raise the small blind. 3.5 bigs to go. Queen 7 does some math. Oof, tough spot for Queen 7. Dimmy lets her go. Ace 7 for Contra will raise the button. Oh, 6-6 in the big. I didn't even realize. Is this a 3-bet jam or do we take it post flop playing 30 blinds deep? Gammy says rip it in, offer up the 2k bounty. Contra likes himself a bounty, says this is smaller. This is much smaller than 7 grand. They get the heck out of there. 7-2 for Gammy. They limp it on in, and Contra with a 4 and a 3 is forced to see a ace 10 8 flop. 7-2 with the backdoor straight draw. Contra with the backdoor straight draw. 7 high versus 4 high. Boring shit. We get a 4 on the turn. Doesn't help Gammy at all. They have no reason to hang in there or bet. The 4 and the 3 make 2 pairs. Flush completes. Gammy does block 5-2. They bet 4 blinds. 2 pair will just call here, I think. It's an overbet. Very spicy play by Gammy, but it is not going to work out in this instance. Bottom 2 pairs. I think we just call. Oh, I was going to say, I don't think we raise here, right, Contra? Contra says bottom 2 pair, bro. Raise it up. 12 blinds to go, and 7-2 hits the muck. Yeah, I thought we were just going to call there. It's not like we're expecting to lose. It's a 4 blind bet into like a 2.5 blind pot or something. Interesting. 5-5 opens the button. Ace-7 calls the small. 3-2 completes the big, and we get a 6-5-3 flop. That's a straight draw for Contra, who leads out 2 blinds. They're looking for a 4. Demi with a straight draw to the 4 as well, and bottom pair. Middle set for Gammy. 3-2 will hit the muck. I often just call here, but something in me tells me I should start to raise. The 5-5, that is. Gammy says, no, maybe just call. Keep in the weak straight draw here. They're looking for a 4. Contra bets another 7 blinds. No way we find a 4 on the river, right? Now that we called the flop, I think we call the turn. No reason to raise it here. Right? Yeah, we just call 10 on the river. That's not a 4. We're not folding a set here, bro. We're getting a full double, I think. Contra's gonna rip it in. 17 plus 17 is 35 plus 25. Oh, fuck off. I was trying to do the math. What would that be? 60 blinds? Gammy will rip it in and take it down. 35 plus 25. Isn't that 60? 59.6 or something in total in the pot. Ace high doesn't call here, dude. But if it does, that's a huge pot going Gammy's way. 59.6 blinds. No, ace high folds, of course, and blinds go up. It's kind of fun to do some math equations. Looks like my brain's starting to work. Card should get going soon. Ace 5 for Demi will open it up. Queen Jack for Contra. Flops the straight, dude. Flops the nut straight. Wet board. King 10-9. 2 hearts. Demi bets half pot here with ace high. Again, personally, I just call here usually, but I think I should check raise. It's just the nut. Just raise it up. Fortunately, you take it down. Maybe in that spot I do raise Queen Jack. 4-7 Contra will raise and take it down pre. Like sometimes you want a slow play, but maybe not on that wet of a board. If it was a rainbow board, I think Queen Jack finds more calls. Anyways, looks like there was a limp and a Queen 7 raise and take it down pre for Gammy. They're not too far behind Demi here. No siree, Gammy with a 9 and a 3. Contra in the big with King 8. We're all waiting patiently to see what the action is of one blind, or yeah, the limp. Get a check and an ace, Queen 9 flop. Bottom pair bets 1 blind. Does it steal the pot here? King high calls and bangs off a king. No siree, no 9 or 3, right, dealer? No more 9s and 3s. Contra takes down a little pot. Ace on the river. Got 2 flush draws that miss. Jack 10 got there at some point. Gammy with a pair of 9s. Don't think we bluff. I'll think about a check call, but probably just a check fold if we're being honest. Contra sees top pair. Pair the board on the river. We're going to go for some value here. 3 blinds. Makes plenty of sense. Play aces and kings with the queen kicker. If we face a check raise, we hate life, which Gammy might be thinking about. Gammy says, no, Brendan, I'm just thinking about a check call. Now they're probably thinking, do I check raise? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? They find the call and see the bad news. 6-5 will raise big and take it down pre. Contra up to 81 blinds. About 70 to collect. Got a call by 3-3. Ace Jack opens. Queen Jack completes the big blind. We get a 9-6-3 flop. Backdoor flush draw for Contra. Bottom set gives everybody a free turn. The 9 of clubs. That's a boat. The board is locked up here for Demi. 6 or 9 might look scary, but oh, it does come on the river. That's kind of funny. Like a 6 looks stupid, but you still got a boat here. Might even get called by ace high if somebody raises. Like they're repping a better boat, obviously. Ace high just calls. Demi shows him the 3 and the 3. Now we're moving on along. Ace ace. I don't know if we get much here. Gammy with queen 9 suited might call. Jack 7 might call. Don't think Gammy 3-bet jams here. No, just a call from the small. Big blind completes. King 8 7 flop. No real draw for Gammy. They'll be out of there facing the half pot bet. Jack 7 with bottom pair. Backdoor heart draw that is dominated by the ace and the ace. Contra goes in the tank and they say bottom pair no good. I find the fold. Demi takes it down. Ace queen suited will open the button. Queen 9 for Contra in the small blind. We'll see if they come along to a flop. Nope. Jack 6 for Demi is out of there. Whoa, we're gonna call the big blind. We cover him for a 2k bounty. We get a 9-8-6 flop. Jack 6. Shirley's out of there. We face a small bet. Some players check raise here. Demi hasn't folded yet. It would get a lot of respect if we're being honest. Demi goes in the tank and they fold. Fuck. They must have been thinking about a check raise there, dude. 10-9. Contra opens it on up. Gammy with a queen and an 8 in the big blind. He had 3 cards. A little king jack 4 flop. Contra with a straight draw to the queen. Backdoor heart draw. 10 and 9 look live to me. And they bet and take the pot down in position. That didn't rhyme or anything. I guess that doesn't matter. Queen 7 for Demi. They'll open it up. Gammy with an ace and a king from the small. We'll raise to 8 blinds. I did have a stack that you almost don't want a 3-bet jam. But personally, I still just 3-bet jam. Ace king does get a call by queen 7 suited. Ace 9 7 flop. Backdoor spades for Demi with the bottom pair. They find a call, another ace on the turn. Gammy locks up the board. Personally, I just check ace king. See if Gammy rips it in here. He's got the board so locked up, but our bluffs probably rip. And if you have no value bets to that jam, then you should probably rethink your strategy. Ace king rips it in. Just only have bluffs that jam. Queen 7 calls absolutely dead. Huge pot for ace king there. Anyways, we'll move on along. King jack for Contra. King jack for Contra will rip and take it down pre. Looks to be about 20 blinds deep there. Oh, excuse me. Ace 4 for Demi. They open it up. 3 blinds. That's a big size. They get rewarded and find top pair. They bet another 3 blinds. Half pot. King 9 with some backdoor straight draws calls. 10 on the turn. That's a lot of straight draws, dude. Ace 7 or queen. All 8 cards are clean. That rhymed and was cool. We face a half pot size bet. There's a 5k bounty on the line with 8 blinds behind. Do we just jam or fold? What do we do here, Gammy? What do? We got a strong draw. Is a king ever good? No, probably not. You don't expect this to be like queen jack. Gammy says, yeah, I think we just gotta fold here, dude. We got a draw that's cool, but wrong price for us here. King 10. Demi opens to 3 blinds, and they'll take that down pre. Queen 7 for Gammy. Oh, coming for an open, right? Nope. I was thinking we covered Demi in the big blind. Do we open? I thought Queen 7 would come in. Gammy says nope. 10-9 will raise from the small and take it down pre-flop. 9-7 suited will open the button. Take it down pre, I do believe. 10-4 for Gammy. Yeah, they're out of there. Ace and a jack. Demi opens. 3 blinds. Nice big sizing by Demi. Personally, I don't ever do it, but works for some players. It just makes it harder for Contra to call the big blind, right? Gammy can't really call the small. Doobity-doo, ace and a king. Opening it up, king jack. Could 3-bet here. Could see a 3-bet pot, potentially then into a 4-bet. No, just a call from the small. Queen 6 with a good price says I'm out of there. King 10 pre-flop. Top pair versus a top pair. Top pair goes in the tank. 5 blinds in the middle. Bets 1.77. Fuck me, where's this hair coming from? I haven't seen the cat in a couple hours and it feels like I got multiple cat hairs on my face. King Jack check raises. King Jack check raises. Ace King love and life. King 10 3 flop. There's still the straight draw like Queen Jack. Another king on the turn. There's some chop outs, but for the most part, Ace King's gonna win here. Fucking commentator with some more idiot commentary. What's going on here? Stuff in my eyes. I'm just trying to call some cards here. King Jack 3 of a kind. Value bet some more. 6.4. Gammy in the tank. I think we just call again. There's still Queen Jack in there. Jack 9, probably not. Clubs. Some sort of like Ace Queen, Ace Jack, probably not. 9 on the rivers, clean. Even though Queen Jack gets there. I mean, for these two holdings. Does Contra ever check? I think we just value jam, right? Value jam and a quick call by Ace King. We lose to like 10, 10, 3, 3, King 9, King 10, Queen Jack. We don't fold Ace King, right? Oh no, dude. Gammy. 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 Got like 10 seconds here, bro. Better click the call button here, dude. There it is. Holy shit, I was worried. Ooh, Gammy finds the call, sees the great news. Contra says, what a fucking slow roll. Although it's a very tough spot, I guess, for Gammy to find the call there when you think about it. There's actually, like, as I called it out, there's quite a few hands. Some boats. King 10, King 9, 10, 10, 3, 3. Queen Jack gets there. There's certainly some shit you lose to with Ace King. I guess you beat King X in bluffs. Very tough spot, because when you think about it, there might be like King Queen and King Jack only that you beat for value. And the rest is, you gotta hope it's a bluff or not a boat, dude. So yeah, I guess Ace King is not really an easy call. Not really a slow roll, but Contra says, fuck me still. Sure felt like a slow roll in my shoes. Queen 8 with a straight draw. Ace 5 with a straight draw. We get a 6 on the river completing the flush, but that's not either player's card that they were looking for, dealer. We got 13 blinds in the middle. I didn't quite see how we led up to this pot brewing. Gammy goes in the tank, bets all in, 2x the pot, takes it on down. Value jam doesn't get paid off there. Just kidding. Queen 10. Raises a 2.7. Faces a quick jam by Ace 9. We got fair equity. It's a big jam though. 27 blinds. I don't think we call Queen 10. We did have fair equity with the old Queen 10, but the play is going to work there for Demi. He has 6-7 suited. They raised to 3 blinds for 7-3. Demi will take it down pre. Ace 7 for Demi. We got an 8 and a 9. Facing the big bet. We'll get out of there. Ace Jack for Contra. We'll think about a 3-bet jam here. There it is. 24 blinds. Hopefully Demi just finds the fold. Uh-oh, Demi. 5k bounty on the line. They do let it go. Good shit. Couple queen jacks and a 10-2 suited. The 10-2 doesn't belong, gets out of there. The queen jacks will play a pot. Oh, a 3-bet by Dimmy. Do we buy it pre-flop? Queen jack. Oh, didn't want to see this. It's a small 3-bet. We are in position. Gammy finds the call. Dimmy and Gammy. Holy fuck. Not easy to say. And then Contra Spem Spur. What a name. It is kind of fun to say Contra Spem Spur. So the queen jack suited took the pot down. That was a nice play by Dimmy to give himself a few more chips. Surpass Contra for the time being. Ace 9 suited for Gammy. Do we start to just open rip? Do we raise to like 3? Gammy says 3.5, dude. 4-2-0 says whatever size you go, I'm out of there. Ace and a 2 for Gammy. They see a couple of 8s behind them. That's no good. Those are going to rip it in and take it down pre. Offer up the 5k bounty. 26 blind jam. Ace 2 hits the muck. Ba-boop, boop, boo. Aces. Whoa. Aces in the big. 6-5 suited doesn't open the button. Queen 10 will limp it in. Gammy will raise to like 3 blinds. 3.5 is their size. Queen 10 will think about a call. Don't you dare just rip. Oh, we do 3-bet. Not good news for Dimmy here. They make it 10 blinds to go. If I'm ace, sometimes I just call here. But to be honest, there is a line of thought where if your opponent's really tight, you do just want to rip it in pre-flop. But in this instance, aces see a good flop. They do hold here. Dirty little king on the turn. Open-ended straight draw with a 2-pair draw. But one, well, the 2-pair draw was no good. It was the 3-of-a-kind draw with the open-ended straight draw. So Dimmy's gone to Alonzo, 5k bounty for Gammy. But what I was trying to say is sometimes with aces there, you do want to get it in pre-flop, obviously. But what I'm saying is there's some bad boards for certain holdings. Like if a king comes on the flop and your opponent has queens through 9s or whatever they're 3-betting there, then you do just want to get it in pre-flop. And if you think your opponent's not going to have much bluffs, then you want to get it in pre-flop. But somehow Queen 10 showed up there. Gammy said, yeah, I think my opponent's going to show up with enough bluffs with this 3-bet at 10 blinds. Played the aces beautifully, gets rewarded 5k bounty plus all the chips. Well, they got 101 blinds Contra with an ace and a 7. With about 22 behind, we get a king 6-2 flop. That's top 2 pairs. King 6-0. Making a bout even on the turn. 2 blinds in the middle. We might get paid off here with their king 6. Da-do-do-do. We bet 3 blinds. Ace high calls. We see a river. 5 of spades. Got 8 blinds in the middle. How big do we bet? It's almost a bad thing that the flush got there. I think Contra's less likely to hero call. We do just rip the boat all in. Is the show over? Ace high with a straight blocker and flush blocker. Show is not over. Contra Spam does find the fold, but as I was saying, the flush completed and a straight got there, so we are less likely to hero call with just ace high, even though we got a fair blocker. Queen 6-2 flop. Jack 7 in position will bet 1 blind. 10-5 with no real draw has to fold. Queen versus King 3. I don't think we get this in pre, but potentially. Queen's open. Gammy calls. We get a king high board. That's bad news for queens, obviously. Fuck, I gotta find some better comments or something, dude. Queen goes for a bet. Queen C, bad board. Face check raise. Hate life. Queen's call. So there's still plenty of straight draws. 8-9 gets there, which is unfortunate. There's Queen Jack, Jack 9, Jack 8, 8-5. 8-5's not a straight draw on the flop. Top pair of kings rips it all in. Stack to pot ratio right around 1-1. And if I got queen, I'm certainly thinking about a hero call. We could move along with 11 blinds. Queen. We got a heart, which kind of sucks. Huh. I don't like the queen's call the more I think about it. It's heads up poker, so we might just flick it in. You don't expect much 10x to do this, if we're being honest. 10-8, 10-9, maybe. Queen does fold. I really respect the play there by Contra. You have 11 blinds and you got queen. You're like, this is heads up poker. Sometimes you just flick it in, but nice fold there. Yeah, suited ace, rip it in, take it down pre, no reward for Contra, and then they get this 5-4, they'll limp it in versus 9-4. Face a raise by the 9 and the 4 and get a call. 9-7-4 flop, 2 pairs. Tough to win when your opponent raises the old 9-4 offsuit and flops top and bottom. We're going to get it in with 3%. The show's pretty well. Oh, 6? No 6 is a flush, in fact, for Gammy. That is the show. Gammy gets another bounty. We'll see. We'll do some quick math. $54,000 for their score with a little bit more on top of that. I'll quickly go back and see where they started the show. Gammy, 45 blinds. Like a pretty good stack, you know. Second place position. Contra obviously got second. Did a very good job of picking up some chips. There was a spot. I don't remember where. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. Anyways, that's the end of the show. So if you made it all the way through, thanks for checking this bullshit out. If you got any comments or suggestions on improving the show, fire them down in the comments below. And another thing is, if you leave a like, man, it fucking makes my day. But anyways, hopefully we'll see you another time. Until then.